If you're feeling lost or you're feeling behind, take a number and get in line. 10 years from now, you'll have to admit I was 20 years ahead of my time. This is Mark Belton, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West, answering more questions today for the Power Project. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Power Project. I'm glad we can all reconvene over here by the old railroad tracks. Whoop, whoop. Question came in. Question is, easy for me to say. The question is, what gets you out of bed in the morning? What gets you fired up? What is the new focus? What is the new newspaper article you're sticking up in the locker room to get yourself fired up? What's your call to action? What is the driving force behind still being competitive, even though I have my competitive years on the platform are probably over-ish. Anyway, a lot of issues with the elbow. The elbow has decided to grow an extra bone, and at least in the meantime, competition's out of the question for a while. So the new focus is ketosis, drop some weight. I'm about 260 pounds, and that's the new focus. That's the new goal. I want to be under 260 pounds. I want to stay there for a while, and then maybe I'll refocus and start something else. But anyway, the question: what gets me out of bed in the morning? What gets me out of bed in the morning, what keeps me fired up, and what has kept me going for all these years is not YouTube. It's not Instagram, it's not Facebook, it's not Twitter, it's not any form of social media. I don't do things for that. I do things for the following reasons. I do things to try to have an impact on people's lives. And obviously, clearly, to be totally transparent, there are videos and things specifically made for specific reasons. This one is being uploaded to YouTube the second that I get it in the can. In the can? That doesn't sound right. But you know what I mean. Before YouTube and before any of this stuff existed, before any forms of social media, I was still putting up fucking points on the scoreboard. I was still making my mark, and I was still having an impact on people's lives before any of this came to be. All this stuff is fairly new. It's only the last several years, and now this is part of the game, and this is part of the way that you monetize things, part of the way that you make more money, right? Now, by making more money, it gives me an advantage to impact more people's lives. And that is what truly inspires me. It's not about how many people I can impact, because who the hell knows what number that is. I met a lot of people at the Arnold Classic and at seminars that I've done over the years. And I've met a lot of people who have told me, hey, you've impacted my life positively. You've done A, you've done B, you've done C. But more recently, I'm starting to understand what that really means. Here's an example. I met some people out in Columbus, Ohio, and one guy said that he didn't even want to go into a commercial gym, but he saw one of the videos that I posted, and I told him that you can't be self-conscious and that you have to start somewhere. You have to start to build some sort of self-confidence, some sort of self-respect for yourself. And a great way of doing it, a way that I have done it, and so have many others, was through the gym, through some strength training. So this kid throws his hat into the strength training game, gets a little bit of a physique on him, gains a little bit of strength, and what does he do? He ends up starting a powerlifting group. He ends up having a girlfriend. Now hang with me here for a second and start to really understand the impact of what is happening here. There is a possibility that from this YouTube channel and from these messages that I spit out on a daily basis, that there are fucking babies being made from the people's coach. Now, that is a pretty damn big impact, and have an impact on people's lives that are losing 50 pounds, that are gaining 50 pounds on their squat, that are gaining 75 pounds on their deadlift, and all these different things, and just improving people's form and technique and having people enjoy their lifting more, that is a huge impact. And that is really something that gets me excited. It's something that gets me fired up. There are other things that get me out of bed, but I'll go over those in just a second. You know, when I talk to somebody like Steve Gentile, who has just absolutely crushed powerlifting, he's been on an unbelievable tear, 830 some odd pound deadlift. I'm probably get all his numbers wrong. I know he squatted over 7, and I know he's benching close to 600 pounds. The guy is a fucking animal. He's a savage. Adam Rodriguez, aka Hulk Smash. These guys are people. I went down to Barbell Brigade. I went down and I visited Mr. Bakwan, who owns Barbell Brigade. And the connection there was through Silent Mike. So there's no reason to not be transparent about all these different things that happen, because if you're going to impact people's lives, if you're going to affect people's lives positively, then you have to be pretty transparent yourself, and you have to try to tell the truth at every corner that you possibly can. So anyway, I go down and do a seminar at Barbell Brigade. I get people fired up. I get people excited. Steve Gentile's girlfriend at the time was the one who kind of made him go to this seminar. And I made the guy bench in a pair of jeans. And he kind of felt weird and awkward about it. But I made him bench in front of everybody. And he put up like 545 pounds or 515 or something like that. I can't remember the number. I do remember that we loaded up 545. I don't remember the results of it. But I remember thinking to myself at that time, what a goddamn savage this guy is. I didn't realize he's never even competed before. From the seminar that I did, he decided to start powerlifting more. He decided to join Barbell Brigade. He decided to start training there. Then he had a positive impact on Adam and a lot of the other lifters there. The list goes on and on of the people that you affect and inspire when you're cool just to one person. And when you have an impact on one person, that one person shares shit with other people. Some of you guys may have noticed that if you hit me up in a DM, that I'm trying to respond to you the best I can. I've hopped on phone calls before with fans because it's important. It truly is important. It's important that, it's not important that I make a post and it gets 10,000 likes. That can be important for various reasons. But it's more important that I have a stronger impact on people's lives individually. So for example, if I am to post something about something that I shared with a fan, that fan's going to go bonkers. That fan's going to be super excited. And to me, that is where the action is at. And that's what makes my heart beat. And that's what gets me fired up. Now, it's all been pretty positive up until this point. But you know that the people's coach runs on hatred and runs on the fumes of hatred. And I have had for many, many years. So there's other things that get me fired up, and there's other things that get me excited, and nothing gets me more excited than competition. And nothing gets me more excited to know that I am making a fucking mark in this world, and I am leaving a giant fucking flag. I'm sticking a giant flag in the fucking ground, and other people are seeing it, and other people are thinking that what I'm doing is easy. Because what we've done at Slingshot, what we've done at Super Training Gym, we probably made it look easy. But it ain't easy. And if you want to join the competition, then go ahead, my friend, because you are just fueling the fire. I am one competitive son of a bitch, and I will take you out in a heartbeat, even if we were previously friends. This message is not directed towards any person individually. This is just how it is. This is just my life. Every single person that I'm in contact with, every single person I'm in contact with wants a piece of this prize. They want a piece of what Super Training Gym is doing. They want to be on the podcast. They want to do this. They want to do that. And some of them do it in a sly way, and others don't. And I know who you are, and I know what you're trying to do. And that kind of stuff fires me up, because as hard as I work for my money, as hard as I work for everything, here comes the train. Whoop, whoop. As hard as I work for everything that I do, I fight for every inch I take. I'm destined to the bone, once said by Twisted Sister. As hard as I'm working, there's other people working just as hard to try to separate me from my money. There's other people that are waiting for me to fall. There's other people that are waiting for me to fail. there's other people that are waiting to say, see, I told you so. That guy's a fucking fake, or whatever it is they want to throw at you. So 2 things are getting me out of bed in the morning. 2 major things are getting me out of bed in the morning. 1, having the ability to inspire and impact other people, and having any piece or any part in the development, the personal development of young people's lives. That gets me fired up. That gets me excited. That's why when somebody hits me up and they have questions about a diet, that's why I will give them diet information all day long. Because I know that if I inspire and not just instruct, that it could be information that could last these people a lifetime. I may sell you a slingshot. I may sell you a pair of compression cuffs. You might buy a pair of knee sleeves. And that'll last a year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows? Maybe you'll get too jacked and maybe you won't fit in it anymore. But if I can teach you how to lift, and if I could teach you how to become a better person, and if I can share a message with you that you can become a better person each and every day by working towards your goals, 1 foot in front of the other, small steps, but dream big. If I can share that message with you and I can reach some of you, then that is what gets me out of the fucking bed in the morning. That's what keeps me fired up. And then obviously the other thing that gets me fired up is the hate train, the haters, all the people that want to try to watch me fall, or all the people that want to suck the life out of the different forms of social media that I've built. Strength is never a weakness, and I got to go eat some food. Keep it keto, my friends. Later.